Hey, hey, yay. Don't y'all hate that? Hey, I'm gonna start it off like that from now on. Hey, hey, yeah. Yo, check me. Looking ass. What is going on? What is going on? Man, I'm back and I am black in this motherfucker. What is up? What is up? I am happy to be here. Looking ass. What is going on? What is going on? Let me turn this clown ass shit down. Man, I thought I'd hit y'all right quick. I got some other shit to do. I got to catch up on some read. But I just wanted to get this out. The fear of LeBron James and Rich Paul. But before we get into it, yes, I was at the clown ass plantation today. And so was y'all black ass niggas. And whoever else is watching. Stop acting like you wasn't at the clown ass plantation. I know all y'all niggas that be on Instagram talking about taking pictures in front of Teslas and shit, talking about blessed. And then they get their power bill and that shit is pink. Stop fronting, motherfucker. Anyway, hey man, you know what I mean? We here, we doing what the fuck we need to do. We ain't bullshitting, so I'm gonna get right into it. You feel me? But check this out. The fear of LeBron James and Rich Paul. The reason why I want to get on this real quick is this goes exactly to what I've been saying this whole damn time. The Rich Paul rule. Now here I was reading on both these motherfucking phones just to make sure. I'm like, damn, is this story true? Okay. Now, for all y'all that don't know who Rich Paul is, that's one of LeBron James' best friends and business partner. When LeBron James first came into the NBA, he had all dominant society people around him, translated Caucasian people, white people, advising him on money moves and all this other stuff. Well, he gave his partner a little bit of money, put him in school to get not his real estate license, but his agency license. And they came up with this whole plan, branded themselves klutchsports. And now Rich Paul is probably one of the biggest agents in all of NBA. Him and LeBron James has dominated the NBA. And now they mad. So everybody that watches the NBA, y'all need to go check this out. Now, you're going to be like, well, look, man, this just shows and proves that they will change the goalposts. Just like what I've been saying, they'll change the rules. You say, how you figure they'll change the rules? How are you going to have the most dominant agency in all of NBA and then they change the rules? Oh, now if you want to be an agent in NBA, you have to have a 4-year degree. Hold on, let me read. I'm just gonna read what the requirements are. Let's read what the requirements are. You know what I mean? Because we gotta read the requirements to see exactly what's going on. And we gonna read the requirements really fast. So let's read it. The NCAA has officially added a criteria for agents who wish to represent student athletes testing the waters for the NBA draft. Criteria: a bachelor's degree, certified the Rich Paul rule. Sometimes people don't need a degree to be better at something than someone with a degree. See, this is what they do. They change the goalposts, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they do. Let's stop fronting. When are we gonna wake up? That's why the last podcast I did, what do we control? We don't control shit. They'll just change the goalposts. So now that they changed the goalposts, you know why? Because they've been watching and looking. And I'm pretty sure, let me tell you, this is just my opinion. I think Rich Paul and LeBron James they have galvanized the movement within the NBA that has been infectious with a lot of the NBA players, where NBA players are like, well, I'll just roll with Rich Paul because he's gonna look out for my best interest, and they respect him. Now, a lot of the Caucasian agents are probably the ones complaining because it's all the corporate plantation, like I've been saying this whole damn time. It's the corporate plantation. So guess what happens when there's a dominant athlete or a dominant person at something and no one else can win? It's just like what they did to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, well, none of us can dunk because we're not good basketball players. Okay, no more dunking. You can't dunk anymore. That's what they'll do. They'll just change the goalposts. Sometimes we got to understand what it is. I always say this every podcast. Y'all need to understand when y'all are dominant at something, especially if they can't make no money off of it, they're going to change the goalposts. They'll change the rules. They'll rewrite the rules right there and smile with you while they're rewriting them. And this is the thing that we got to look at. So if they'll do that, that's why, look, first of all, they were already upset because LeBron James went to the Lakers, got his $140 million and said, I don't really like this team, so you guys are going to have to give me a better player. Well, we'll go get Anthony Davis. But people don't know. The Pelicans are owned by the NBA. That's why the trade didn't go through. Just like when they were going to trade Chris Paul to the Lakers when Kobe Bryant was on the Lakers, and then, no, that trade is not feasible for our team. So we got to understand what it is. We don't control nothing. So while y'all jumping for joy and all this other stuff, no, we don't control anything. And that's exactly why I be laughing when I look at how we don't learn from a lot of the things that they do and the stumbling blocks that they put in front of us. See, here's the reason why I was like, when I was reading this shit, I was like, damn. But I had a feeling that was going to happen. Too dominant. See, people forgot who Rich Paul was because he used to be in a lot of LeBron's commercials when LeBron was at Cleveland. He was in a lot of LeBron commercials. But people forgot who that guy was because now he's just been behind the scenes. But he has been making money moves behind the scenes. And he has just the way they go about doing business, he has locked and boxed the dominant society out of making money. And that's how they're like, whoa, ho, niggers. No. As Paul Mooney would say, wake up, nigga. Wake up. And they got their wake-up call. So now that this rule is prevalent, I'm interested to see what's going on because now a lot of these NBA players, they're not sticking with these NBA teams, and I don't blame them. And I hardly ever talk about sports on here because I don't watch as much as I used to. But I'll tell you this. I'm happy for Kevin Durant. I'm happy for everyone that's getting their hundreds of millions of dollars because when they done with you, they done with you. And they're going to move on. And the only person they really concerned about is the person that's making them money and the most amount of money as of right now. So everybody's got to be smart. And we got to be domineering and know how to beat them at their own game. See, Rich Paul is intelligent. Very, very intelligent because the moves that he is making, I know that they worried about it. That's why they had to come up with a rule. That's why they came up with a rule. That's why they didn't like LeBron James going to go watch Zion Williamson play. They don't like that. Because now LeBron and Clutch Sports with Rich Paul, they have built a name for themselves. And you know they don't. See, they only like the name when they're a part of it. When they can make money off it. Then that's when they like the name. They don't like the name when they can't make no money off of it. That's a fact. See, I was laughing too because I'm like, wow. If that's not blatant enough, then what the hell is? We got to get this knowledge. We got to understand what it is. You know, I even heard that Master P reached out to Zion Williamson and was like, hey, I want to give you a shoe deal. Yeah, he wanted to pay him $20 million, and I'm pretty sure it didn't sound like a lot of money, but I'll tell you this. If more people start thinking outside the box, like I forgot the young brother's name that just got traded from LeVar Ball's son, Lonzo Ball. I think if he would have done a little bit better and they would have marketed himself better and he would have been pushing those shoes instead of everybody else's shoes, I think he would have been a force to be reckoned with, and I think he would have made a lot more money. But I think we so easily intimidated a lot of times by these big brands. You know what I mean? And that's what I do admire the most about Clutch Sports, Rich Paul, LeBron James. You know, the NBA, they're trying to play this little game. The NCAA, this is what's so crazy about the NCAA. All the money they make off these athletes. They just start paying them a little bit, but they don't pay them nothing. You got their number on the jerseys. People are buying these jerseys based off their favorite player on that NCAA team. They can get hurt. They can end their career right there on that gym floor for that college, that university. These universities don't care. They don't look out for them like that. I know a couple of coaches do, but the majority of these coaches, they just trying to get their fame. A lot of these coaches making $2 and $3 and $4 million to coach at a university. While these kids getting table scraps. So you tell me what the deal is. You tell me if that rule was, what do we say, copacetic to the rest of our brothers and sisters out there that's trying to make a name for themselves. Because I could have swore that, hey, it's supposed to be, fair and equal, hey. But no, it's not fair and equal. It's fair and equal for the dominant society. It's not fair and equal to the people that don't look like them. That's why they made that rule. That's why I was watching. I was like, man, I just got to come do a little quick pop-up real quick. Because I'm like, man, this is crazy. But our people, we don't get it. We too busy celebrating Beyonce and Jay-Z, and ain't nothing wrong with celebrating Beyonce, Jay-Z, and celebrating their success. But let me tell y'all something out there. That's their success. That's not your success. You still got to get up and go to that corporate plantation in the morning. You still got a power bill to pay, especially if you live in Las Vegas. Because Nevada, NV Energy ain't cheap, which people don't understand, but NV Energy is owned by Warren Buffett. It is under the Berkshire Hathaway conglomerate. But we don't know that because we don't want to look at those things. That's why I'm like, hey, I give LeBron and them props, man. They learned to master maneuver that situation to their liking, and now they're the biggest dogs on the block, and they're not liked. But it's so funny because the dominant society has dominated the agency pool forever. And now all of a sudden, it's a problem. Now this is what I really was laughing at, because I was like, look, I gotta read it again, y'all. You gotta have a degree. See, because they know a lot of us don't go to school, and a lot of us are starting to think outside the box. And now, gotta have a degree now. No, you gotta know. What you need to do is go get you your agency license and go work for Rich Paul's firm. Go work for his firm. And then start your own little firm, get your little degree, or send somebody that's book smart to get the degree. Y'all create that LLC, and then that's how y'all dominate the game. Nothing should stop you, because I'm looking at this. That's why I got it on this phone. I have to look at this. Bachelor's degree, certified with NBPA for a minimum of 3 years. I don't know what that is, but that's probably some bullshit. And take an in-person exam at the NCAA office in Indianapolis. Wow. that just blows my mind. Let me read. And Kevin Hart tweeted, "The world is so afraid of groundbreakers. This is beyond sad and major BS. Keep shining at Rich Paul. This only makes you stronger, and what you have built is unbelievable, champ. Shame on you, NCAA." Wow. LeBron tweeted, "Can't stop, won't stop. They big mad and scared. Nothing will stop this movement and culture over here. Sorry, not sorry." That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what we need. That's what our young black entrepreneurs need to see. Stop just looking at, LeBron got Nike, all of the LeBrons. Look at what's going on behind the scenes, people. Y'all got to look at what's going on behind the scenes. LeBron and Rich Paul they're geniuses. They found a way, and they found a formula. And they found that algorithm within that formula, like, hey, we could just do it our own. Because LeBron James is the biggest player in the NBA. Bigger than Kevin Durant. He has branded himself to be one of the biggest players in the world. So then you have Rich Paul by your side, a melanated brother who's smart, who went to school, who got those things. Gotta have a degree now. We don't like that. Let me translate that for y'all. We don't like you niggas beating us at the game that we created. And that's a fact. And that's all that is. That's all it is. They might as well just call the man by name, because that's all that is. They don't like us beating them at their own game. See, so when you start seeing about all this, the police shootings and all these things, that imagery is being pushed towards you because the fear of a black planet, the fear of melanated people rising, coming together, doing what they need to do. That's all that is. That's all that is. And when we understand that as a human being on this earth, or this so-called United States of America Incorporated, because it is a corporation. It's an LLC based out of Delaware, of course, because that's where the laws and taxes are skewed towards those big conglomerates or whatever. But it's just so funny to watch that. And the reason why it's so funny to watch that is because I look at things and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But I already had a feeling that was going to happen, because when Anthony Davis wanted to get traded to the Lakers, see, they didn't like that. That's basically like Jeremiah Hamilton, the Prince of Darkness, the first black millionaire on the Wall Street in New York. He was melanated, and they did not like him. They tried to stone him. They tried to lynch him. They tried to do whatever they could to kill him because they didn't like what he was doing on Wall Street. And that's what Rich Paul reminds me of, Jeremiah Hamilton. Because Jeremiah Hamilton, in that book, it gives you some of the books that he was reading. That dude was reading Leviathan. He was reading all these different books. And I'm like, this dude was a genius. Much respect and shout out to Rich Paul. Everybody, we standing with you. Everybody that watched this podcast, watch it later, watch it at work. That's how you need to be. Beat them at their own game. See, he's within their system, but he's not of their system, because his money comes off the players just like their money comes off the players. But what they don't like is a lot of those players that are melanated, that are the stars of the league, are going with Rich Paul. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of the dominant society players that are going with Rich Paul too, because they like, damn, all these niggas is going over there. I need to make some money. Let me go mess with Rich Paul. And that's what I think is funny. I love it. I love it when a plan comes together. And I saw it, because I remember I used to see Rich Paul in LeBron James commercials all the time. And I used to be like, I didn't know that brother's name, but I used to be like, who is that dude in those commercials with him? And they'd be doing the kid and play dance. And this is when LeBron was at Cleveland before he thought about going to Miami. But now all of a sudden, we gotta have these rules. You gotta have a degree. You gotta do this. Gotta go take this exam. Man, please, I bet you had those white people that's doing that, they ain't took no exam. I bet you they ain't took no exam. But I digress from that. What I have learned from this is they don't understand how much they make us great. That's why we are the gods of the earth. We are the gods. When they're talking about the Phoenix, they're talking about the Moors. When they're talking about the dragon, they're talking about the Moors. The Moors, melanated brothers and sisters. The people that can go into the sunlight and not get burned at all. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about Benjamin Banneker. They're talking about Ida B. Wells. They're talking about Granville T. Woods. They're talking about the dude that invented the Jack Daniels liquor. They're talking about R.J. Patterson, the dude who invented the first automobile. No, but what they put in front of you is Henry Ford. But Henry Ford is responsible for the mass production of the automobile, not the first automobile. See, these are the things that they propagate and push in front of you, because they want to frame this imagery like, oh, we're the gods. But if you look at all their knowledge, they got it from us. The Greeks, the Italians, who swear up and down that they somehow better than us, but they got all their shit from us because the Moors conquered Italy and Sicily. See, these are things we don't know. So when you look at people like LeBron James, stop just looking at him as, oh, he's an athlete. No, now you got to look at him like, oh, this dude is smart. And Rich Paul, man, shouts out to you. Every melanated person needs to take a page out of Rich Paul's book. When they create rules for you, that means you the shit. You the shit. When they create rules for you because they don't like how you have dominated the game and they can't make money off of it. That's why. Well, they created a rule for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yes, they did create a rule for him, and that made him greater. So now that they have created this rule for Rich Paul, now if I was Rich Paul, I would go out and go find a whole bunch of entrepreneurs that love basketball and teach them this game and start building companies all over the damn United States of America. Build hubs, offices, buildings. That's what you do. Get a staff. Put them on staff. Hey, man, I'm going to have you go out and scout these athletes and go out and do these things. You will be a part of my scouting staff for the Clutch Sports brand. See, they don't like it because they want, let me tell you what they want us to be. Yes, boss. We sick, boss. Yes, boss. Let me's know what we's need to do, boss, because I's ready. I stupid, boss? Then I stupid, boss. I smart? Then I smart. That's what they want. They don't want no nigga being like, nah, they don't want you questioning nothing. Question everything. Question everything. See, people like that, they question everything. I just think it's so funny because I know why they made that rule, because they can't make no money off Rich Paul. But Rich Paul's making money off them. Rich Paul's making money while he sleep. And they hate it. And I love it. You know why? Because not only did he maneuver and found a different type of path to get to where he is, he did it with a smile on his face. I've never seen Rich Paul crying, never seen him mad. Nice guy from what it appears to be. And he's very respectable from what they are saying. And that's why a lot of people are tweeting that ain't cool. That's why Kevin Hart tweeted that that's not cool. That's why he said, shame on you, NCAA. They know what they're doing. As they make billions of dollars off of melanated black athletes. Billions. And then when they done with those athletes, they send them on. All right. Go on, shoot. Go do what you got to do. Go live at home with your parents. It ain't like they get these dudes jobs and make sure, hey, let me give you a piece of the franchise. No. The NCAA, they going to pay. And it's so funny how the majority of these big elite schools, it's all white coaches coaching melanated athletes. And you tell me, what do they have in common with a melanated athlete from a poor inner city environment? Poverty stricken. What kind of, it's so funny. And I'm going to tell you another reason why it's funny to me, because people today will act like racism doesn't exist. People will act like, you guys had Obama. Come on. Donald Trump is the epitome of how the average white American, to me, feels about melanated people and everybody else. And they'll prop everybody else up but us. They create laws for us. They create laws for us to put us behind the line. Gentrification was not meant for Latinos. It was meant for black people. Redlining was not for Latinos. It was for black people. It wasn't for Chinamen or Korean men. It was for black people. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But let everybody else tell it. They created it for everybody else. That's why they like to use these broad and ambiguous terms like poor and minority. Melanated people, you are not a minority. You are native blacks. You are aboriginal to this landmass. You are the Native Americans. You were here before everybody else. And you know why I know we are the gods of the earth? Look at Rich Paul. That's funny. He's not even an athlete. He just got his skill set together, got his shit up to par, studied what they had going on, and beat them at their own game, and now they mad. Talking about, basically behind closed doors, because you know how they do. You know how the dominant society does. They're not bold enough to tell you how they feel about you to your face. But though they love their guns and their weapons and all this other stuff, but they're not bold enough to sit down and have an honest conversation about how they feel about you. Because this distortion of what they think of melanated people, that we deaf, dumb, and blind. We all dumb. That's why when you tell a person you read, they be like, you read? Oh my God. Sally Jerome said he's gonna read this weekend. Can you believe that nigger's gonna read? That's how they feel. To me, that's just my perspective. And let me address this again. I love the fact that they made that rule. We need that. We need to see more stuff like that, so that can make us say, that should inspire every black person to say, who is this Rich Paul? Let me research him and see what he's got going on. And why would they create a rule about him? That's what they should do. And that should let every NBA player that's melanated be like, okay, I'm dropping my agent. I'm signing with Rich Paul. Cause that ain't cool. Y'all create rules for him and stuff. No, that ain't cool, man. Like that, what y'all doing? And if the NBA is behind Rich Paul, what they would do is be like, no, NCAA, you're wrong for that. But here's what they gonna do. Oh, well, that's not our rule and all this other stuff. Man, please. I'm telling you right now, we as the people, that should wake us up. If that doesn't wake us up, I don't know what will. What's gonna wake us up? Are we waiting for the Black Panther 2 to come out so we can dance and shout and wear our dashikis and Oscar so black type shit? Like, come on, man. Like that's crazy to come up with a rule, especially the rule of must have a degree. If that doesn't sound like a corporate plantation qualification, I don't know what does. But I'll tell you this. That better make y'all think, because there's millions and millions of dollars at stake. And let's see. Let me look up Rich Paul's net worth. Let's look his stuff. Rich Paul's net worth. Let's see. Paul operates out of Cleveland, Ohio, and has negotiated over $624 million in current contracts. The firm features in the 2017 rankings have negotiated a collective $43 billion in current professional athlete contracts, netting them more than $2.1 billion in commission. On Google. No wonder they don't like Rich Paul. No wonder they came up with a rule for Rich Paul. So while y'all running around here looking at Kevin Durant and all them, y'all need to be looking and thinking like Rich Paul. That's who y'all need to be looking like and thinking like. Because let me see. $2.1 billion in commission. I love it. Oh, who has and his net worth is $20 million, is what they say. But $2.1 billion in commission for Clutch Sports, that's pretty damn good. But hey, man, let this be a lesson to every melanated kid that's out there. Don't just want to be like the athlete. You want to be like Rich Paul. Be the person behind the athlete. Be the person that's negotiating the contracts. Everybody's not meant to be an athlete. Some people are meant to be behind the scenes. Like Mike Epps said, and how high? No. You're an assistant pimp. See, you come from a long line of assistant pimps. So that's what you need to do. Some people are pimps and some people are an assistant pimp. Hey, everybody got to know their role. Embrace that role. Rich Paul knew his role. You didn't see he was all out trying to be in front of the camera and take the picture with LeBron. No, he's smart. I'm going to be behind the scenes making this money long after LeBron James is out of the NBA. And that's how we need to be. Hey, man, this is the No I Don't Know TV series podcast. I'm out. Peace.